This is part 4 of the 1988 Toyota MR2 timing belt removal and installation. I'm making sure the timing marks on the timing sprockets are aligned to each other on the shield, and then I'm going to be replacing the timing belt tensioner. This is my timing belt tensioner. I'm putting some thread lock on this, so that's pretty fixed on there. It doesn't come loose. I'm using the channel lock pliers to push down the tensioner so I can back it off a little bit when installing the timing belt. Adjust the bolt against the tensioner slightly so you have a little gap on there to install the timing belt. Next, I'm installing the timing belt to the timing gears or timing sprockets. Make sure the timing marks on the crankshaft sprocket is aligned to the dot, and do the same on the camshaft sprockets. The timing marks are aligned as well. Loosen the timing belt tensioner. Before tightening the belt tensioner, I'm going to double check that all the timing gears, timing sprockets are aligned to their respective timing marks. I'm using a pry bar to push the tensioner against the belt to make it tight slightly, making sure that the belt is not too loose, not too tight as well. before covering the front timing belt assembly, make sure you put that spacer back on the crankshaft sprocket there. I have turned the crankshaft a few turns, making sure nothing is binding, nothing's hitting, and it's spinning okay. So I'll go ahead and proceed and crank it up and start it up a little bit. Let it run for about a few seconds and then turn it off. That's okay, I don't like the sound of the engine myself. It's going to go away. Once I test it out, it's running okay, no problems. I'm going to go ahead and replace all the front covers of the timing belt, starting with the bottom cover. Next, I'm going to reinstall the engine mount bracket. Make sure you put some thread locks on the bolts so they don't come loose as the time passes. Proceeding, make sure that the middle cover, it's not binding, it's away from any movements from the timing belt. Then I'm going to proceed and install the top cover, the timing belt cover on that. The air conditioning belt tensioner is next to be installed. Next, the harmonic balancer is going to be installed. Make sure you put some thread lock on that as well, so that bolt never come loose as well, like just like the other ones. next part that goes there is going to be the water pump pulley. I'm using the channel lock pliers to help me hold that water pump pulley in place so I can tighten the bolts around. I'm reinstalling the alternator belt. I use a pry bar to pry back the alternator so I can tighten the belt. Feel the tension of the alternator belt to see if it's good to your judgment. Reinstall the air conditioning belt.